What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to today's video. So I'm currently in the new PTS, testing out all the changes or the possible changes for Title Update 6. In this video we're just going to go over all the details, nothing too specific. Things are going to change, so we don't actually know what's going to be in the live game, so there's no point in delving into it too much, but I just want to show you guys the major changes that will probably stay in it. So like the Eagle Bearer, how much damage has it got, or the new talents, what they do, how much damage you can actually put out with a sniper rifle, things like that. So let's get straight into this video. So first off the bat, the UI has completely changed, like in certain aspects. As you guys can see, we've got signature damage. So it just lets you know whatever you've selected, how much damage your primary has, the RPM, your armor, your health, the skill power of each skill that you have equipped, which is really nice. It really saves a lot of time, so you can just go and change your mods, everything like that. I'm sure you guys are wondering what kind of build I've currently got on. So let's just go into this. The first thing that I noticed is that when you go into the modding section, things are looking about the same. It's not too different there. I need to just delve into maybe more of the modding a bit more, but it is what it is, and I'm just going to keep testing it. So when you go into the actual pieces themselves, there is a little bit of a change. So if I go over here and I inspect the item, or actually if I push X, which is like deconstruct its options, the options menu, it brings up a whole bunch of things like this. So we can change the view. You can actually sort your gear by level, name, armor, or even quality, which is really nice, or brand. So you can really, this is really going to help us to go through all our loot and go through all of our gear. This change is really nice. I love this. It's gonna make the game a bit more easier to play. So have a look at this, guys. Have you seen this before? Heraldry Holdings chess piece. That's so cool. I love this. The game has opened up so much. These pieces of gear are going to change the way we play. And let me tell you guys now, after seeing all of these pieces and opening up a bunch of caches, it's got me excited. The game it feels refreshed. We can now put gear brand sets anywhere on any kind of slot, which is amazing. We don't have to worry, like if I wanted a red instead of a yellow, I can go roll a red. It's just beautiful. So let's just have a look at here. So some of the biggest changes to gun talents is naked. So naked, when the armor is depleted, gained 50% damage. This is unbelievable. So this gun right here, this Model 700, I can hit 1 million damage without speccing into headshot damage, like no headshot damage buffs. Just using the talents alone, I can hit 1 million. Obviously, I get headshot from the sharpshooter and the scope that I'm using, but it doesn't matter. If you can put an aces and eights gear set on, I think we could hit 2 million with a normal sniper. With the Nemesis, probably like 6 million damage. It's crazy. Snipers are going to be OP in the TU6. So this is extreme. So I'm going to test all of this just now. Let's just have a look at the Eagle Bearer. This is what everyone wanted to see. So currently I'm at 19.6 K damage. I think the max is 19.9 or 19.6 because this build is not spec'd into assault rifle damage. So this is it. This is the max damage, probably 19.6. That's down from 23.5 K damage. So it's a significant drop. If you look at the other guns though, it's pretty much on par, 0.7k damage, but your gun might be better than mine. So the AK is now overtaken it. The AK might make a comeback. 17.1, guys, this military with Ranger, 17.1k damage, and this is 19.6. So it just depends. So 17.1 that one, and 18.9, 19. So it really depends on what P416 you have. Maybe you guys will have one on par with the Eagle Bearer, but that's the changes. Those are the changes that we're getting to damage. So it's significantly lower. But just keep in mind that I think this is a good change because all of these talents are still going to make the gun very strong. You're still going to have bonus armor, more accuracy, extra damage when you get a headshot kill. So it's still going to be the go-to gun. So don't worry if you've just gotten it. It's still going to be good. It just helps players who can't get it with damage. So I think that's a very good change. All right, so there's new talents in here. I don't think there's any, some of the weapon, before we get into the gear talents, some of the weapon talents are interesting. So all of these status affected talents are very strong, 30% damage for, it also works with the fire damage as well. So skill builds with, status effects are going to be absolutely overpowered. in the TU6, because if you can just blind someone or put them on fire, you're going to be doing 30% damage. That's just going to be a must. I feel like that's going to be the go-to. Uh, Elemental damage is going to be very strong in TU6. The other ones we're not going to go over too much. It's pretty much what it says. You can go look at the patch notes. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys. So gear sets. Now this is awesome. Now I really like this. I don't know why it's bugged here. That's just completely fuzzy. I'm not sure why. But this is a new talent. Concussion. Headshots grant 20% headshot damage for 2 seconds. 5 seconds with marksman rifles. That's crazy. Very strong. That's unbelievably potent. I really like that. On the chest pieces now, we have got Vigilance, which gain plus 25% weapon damage. Taking damage disables this buff. So this is probably more for, it's not a face tanking talent. This is more for sniping, keeping your distance and not being shot. So it's very strong. This buffs your damage significantly. It's unbelievable. There's an Neroli Holdings chest piece. It's just nice to see these things because we'll be able to make so many build combinations now. It's going to be crazy. Even like here, I think I've got Sokolov Concern gloves. Here we go. Interesting. So it's going to be cool to just try different gear, brand set ideas, combining all the different talents, and it's going to be interesting in TU6. What more can I say? This is probably the most exciting one. So Spark, damaging enemies with skills or grenades grant 20% weapon damage for 15 seconds. This is going to be the new go-to. I feel like we're probably going to have eyeless builds with Spark on the backpack. That's going to be the new meta, but we'll see. Basically, if you damage him with any kind of skill or use a grenade, 20% damage is crazy. It's 5% shy of on the ropes. This could be the new on the ropes. It's very strong, and it actually requires 7 reds. So it's different on the ropes, but this will help damage builds. It's weird because, if you want to use skills, it's not going to be for skill builds, which makes sense because it is weapon damage. So it seems like they're going with the flow instead of against it, because on the ropes is a damage talent and it used utility, so which made no sense. So now we're using damage for it, which is really good. Okay, so on the ropes, it's now 15%. We know that it's been nerfed. There's nothing too much going on in the other parts. So yeah, those are the new talents. They're very strong. Let's just go quickly test them out. Now, I did do a mission. I'll put up some gameplay now. I did a mission where there was a brand set available. Well, a certain brand set that you get. Killed the enemy and the brand set popped up immediately. So it's going to be pretty easy to farm brand sets in this game now. It's going to be, you'll be able to focus whatever you want. If you want a pair of Kneepads with Sokolov Concern, or you want an assault rifle, you can go and 9 times out of 10 you get it within the first 5 minutes of killing enemies. So it's actually really nice. It's going to help players get the build pieces that they actually need. Okay, so we're going to change this to Elite. Now, I obviously can't proc the one where I take damage, which is not really important. So Naked is not going to be up. So when your armor is depleted, gain 50% damage. So remember that we're going to get 50% extra damage just from this. And this is not even going to count. I think currently on this build, I've got about 70% DTE. Let's just have a look. Damage to elites. Okay, I've only got 10%. Keep that in mind. We're going to proc this. This will proc Spark. There we go. As you can see, we've got the 2 procced. And this is just a normal sniper. 650k. 686k. That's crazy. Now keep in mind, guys, I have spec'd nothing into the sniper build. If I put DTE and stuff, maybe get a bit more headshot damage, just a little bit. I was hitting 1 million every shot, and that's not with the Nemesis. So that's absolutely crazy. I think sniper builds are going to get a lot of love. It's crazy. Like the damage that we're outputting is insane for a build that that's basically 2 million damage without specking anything, and naked not even, well, naked wouldn't work, but still, it's unbelievable. Like we are going to be able to make crazy sniper builds with all these new talents. So some of the other changes which I'm sure you guys would like to see is compensated. So now weapon damage is increased by 10%. So that is only 10%. Now Wicked is now better. So we actually get 15% weapon damage. So status effects are going to be the meta in TU6. I'm calling it now. If you want to make a crazy strong build, you would use something like the Firefly, but they did nerf the cooldowns on it, so it's going to be interesting to see. This with Eyeless and Spark is going to be crazy strong. With the damage, the new damage talent on the chest piece, it seems like that's going to be the go-to. Then on the knee pads, we did get a buff to entrench, which is quite interesting because entrench was, well, it was strong already. So now it's 15%. So you're going to be able to heal yourself unbelievably quick. Rifle builds are going to be overpowered in this TU6. Marksman rifle and rifle builds. It's gonna be insane. So we're gonna have to see. This is just the PTS. I'm going to test it, give my feedback, and see if I can try help them. Maybe fix a few things because there are a few problems, bugs and things like that. When I go into my inventory, things are a bit fuzzy. So that's a bit of a letdown. But it is just a PTS. It's a separate server, so it doesn't matter. I haven't tried PvP yet. I don't want to go into the dark zone and test the vendors and test the matchmaking because it's not the live game. It's just going to be buggy. It's probably not going to work yet, so it won't represent it too well. So if we have a look here, calibration. This is where I think build diversity is going to flourish. It's gonna explode with creativity. So if we go over here, Overlord Armament. Let's say I want to reroll this, and I don't like the hazard or I don't like the crit chance. Maybe I want to put a yellow. So if I go over there, it gives me every single piece, well, subsection. So if I want skill haste, health on kill, health, damage to elites, crit chance, it's unbelievable. Like, let's say we want to put, instead of crit chance, we want to put skill power. So it tells me the recalibration score if I'm not wasting it. So I can put 390 and just change it completely. So we can now finally adjust our builds to what we want. So if I want to go and recalibrate this, let's say I don't want that preservation. I don't want that because that's rubbish. It gives me all the options. So Sadist is quite decent now. Deal 30% weapon damage to bleeding enemies. So if I wanted to make a bleeding build, I can go and roll that straight away. It's just crazy good, and I feel like it's a lot better than I thought it was. When they were talking about it in the state of the game, I didn't realize how good it actually was. And okay, so I just equipped a skill power build. Now, I didn't know about this. I'm not sure if anyone did. Ongoing Directive was the go-to to proc the BTS gloves because it would give you 4 utility. They have taken that away from us, so you can only put offensive mod slots there now. Now, I'm not sure if you can change it. I don't think you can. We can only put offensive mod slots, so they have completely taken that away from us. So no more Ongoing Directive pieces there, guys. You're going to have to find a decent holster. That's pretty interesting. I don't even know if I've got anything good. I've got that, I guess. That's strange. I don't know why they did that. Probably because people were getting crazy amounts of utility. I mean, that would be 4, 5, 6, just 6 utility from only 2 pieces. So that's interesting. All right, so let's have a look at the Seeker Mine damage, and we're just going to put an explosive build on right there. So we have currently got, I don't even know how much skill power I've got. It's quite, so it only shows you skill power for your thing. It doesn't bring up the whole value, which is, I guess, makes sense because it doesn't really matter. It only matters for the skills that you are using. So let's have a quick look at the Seeker Mine. All right, so how much damage do I actually have? So we've got a necessary amount. We don't have to go too crazy into this. All right, so this Seeker Mine would do a lot of damage. Currently, I have got a 95% damage mod. We don't have to go too much into this. And we are looking at 560k, so it has been buffed a bit. It doesn't seem like it is as OP as what it said. The cooldown on this is very interesting though. I'm surprised. 20 seconds, it's going to be, we can drop that by a significant amount. So that's interesting. Okay guys, so that's it for the video. I just wanted to show you the major changes that I've noticed and the things that I really wanted to look into. There's a lot more to go through and I'm going to go and test it. I'll give you my feedback. Go test it in some PvP against some of my friends, and we're going to see how much damage we can actually do with the Seeker Mines. Is it one shot? Is the Eagle Bearer weaker than the P416 with certain talents without killing someone? I'm going to test all of that, and I will bring out videos to let you guys know. This was just a quick one to update you on how the PTS is going, and it's looking pretty good. I'm happy. We're going to have to see, though, and play it a bit longer. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I will be seeing you agents in the next one. Peace out, boys.